The real problem isn't ethical ignorance, it's a failure of execution. In modern society, we tend to assume that if people are informed, they'll behave better. We think that if people are educated, they'll make better choices, and if people understand consequences, they'll act ethically. But in reality, it's not as simple as that. We have more access to information than any generation in history, yet people still act impulsively, public discourse is still hostile, and the trust we have in our institutions is still declining. And that's because information doesn't train behavior. It'll inform your judgment, but it doesn't build your discipline. And that's a key distinction that often gets overlooked. This is where religious traditions across different cultures introduce something different. Not just moral guidelines, but systems of practice. And you can actually see this across the major religions. In Christianity, practices like prayer, confession, and regular reflection create a constant loop of self-evaluation, forcing individuals to confront their actions and align with moral standards. In Islam, the structure is even more explicit. Daily prayers, fasting during Ramadan, and zakat, or charity, which build discipline, empathy, and a consistent awareness of accountability. In Hindu traditions, especially in Vedantic teachings as explained by Swami Dayananda, there's a strong emphasis on self-mastery, controlling impulses, acting in alignment with your duty, and reducing ego-driven behavior. In Buddhism, practices like mindfulness and meditation directly train awareness, helping individuals observe impulses before acting on them. And even in Judaism, structured practices like Sabbath observance and dietary laws create regular discipline and intentional living. Now the point here isn't the theology, it's the structure. Across all of these traditions you see the same pattern. Ethics isn't just something you believe, it's something you practice repeatedly through systems that shape behavior over time. And that's the key difference. Common sense ethics tells you what's right, but the systems of religion are designed to actually help you live it. To be clear, you don't need religion to live ethically, but you do need structure. You need systems that reinforce behavior. Because without reinforcement, even the best ideas break down over time. What many religious traditions figured out, intentionally or not, is that ethics has to be practiced, not just understood. And when you remove structured practice entirely, you're left with something fragile, a society where people agree on what's right but don't consistently act on it. Now, to be fair, when people hear this, there is an immediate pushback.